time to abandon ship.
Oh no!
Here we go.
Can I persuade you to join us for a drink? It's a tradition.
Here, here.
Jar Jar, homie, my main man, quickly. Before the Separatists attack, get into the escape pod.
Hey! This is escape, and we're the pod.
Welcome back to Star Wars Escape Pod. We have our very special year-end episode today with some very special returning friends of ours. And we also have, of course, as you all expect, Skeleton Crew, Episode 5 Aftershow. So we're going to be diving into that. We'll be talking about a little bit of news here and then playing some Star Wars Ultimate Trivia. So prepare your friends, turn it up in the car. If you got more than one person, you can guess the answers along with everyone in the party here. And we're going to be listening to some crappy music and then talking about 2024 in review. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Another happy landing.
All right, so to kick things off, welcome back to our co-host, Blake.
Hello there. I gotta say, Josh, I'm already disappointed because you didn't play that awesome Christmas intro from last week.
Well, yeah, that is true. I think that's because I played it last week because people listened to that episode before Christmas. Now it's after Christmas, and
right.
my stance on Christmas after Christmas.
Yeah, we talk about
Yeah.
that in like 45 minutes.
So we also have our other co-host Kirk joining us again. Hello, sir.
Hello there.
Hello there. We also have returning special guest, our friend Reid. Hello.
Hello.
And we also have Shawna with us as well in the escape pod.
Hello, hello.
And we have Dan. Welcome back, Dan.
Ahoy, mateys.
Ahoy. And last but not least, we've got Matt joining us. Hello.
No, call me Matt Matten.
Nice to meet you, Matt Matten. Part of the Matt Matten crew. So welcome back. It's that time of year, and we got something special planned for all of you. First off, we have a little bit of news. So we will be chatting about Skeleton Crew Episode 5, doing all that stuff I mentioned before. But hope you're all enjoying the holidays. And
is that a pun?
Yeah, it's a bit of a pun. Just a note for everyone out there. Bucketheads Part 3 released on December 24th. So go and check that out. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. Check out the Patreon and support the project. They literally have the best fan films on the internet. So, go and check that out. Twin Sun Film Foundation. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I'm going to link it down in the description. We did a sit down with them last year and about episodes 1 and 2, and that was really interesting to talk with them about parts 1 and 2 because they do this stuff as an actual career, like they're cinematographers. So making fan films like that and getting all these people in the industry just to kind of involved in this project was really neat to hear about.
Definitely gonna have to have them back again, part 3.
Definitely, yeah, that's on the roster. But yeah, because it's that time of year, the holiday special, but not as crappy, is the Lego Star Wars The Holiday Special. So that came out November 17th, 2022, 44 years after the original holiday special aired in 1978. So we do have a commentary for the original, but not the Lego one, but it is really fun to listen to.
So did that just came out?
It was 2 years ago, the Lego one. The Lego one did, yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I blinked on that for a second.
Yeah.
I watched
That's funny,
half of it on Christmas Day.
Wow.
I was like, oh man.
Wait, the original holiday special or the Lego one?
No, the Lego one. Like, man, this must be coming to a close. Like, oh, it's still 25 minutes left.
I'm disappointed.
Okay, I'm gonna go do something else.
It was that good, huh?
I was enjoying it.
What an incomplete holiday.
Not to blow my entire Christmas morning on it.
Bah, humbug. Don't be a Kylo Ren. Yeah, okay. So Without further ado, let's get into some Skeleton Crew. All right, Season 1, Episode 5. It's called You Have a Lot to Learn About Pirates. Directed by Jake Schreier, written by Mi Young, Joe Wessner. This episode came out December 24th, 2024. Bit of an early Christmas gift to Star Wars fans. On Atten, the parents try desperately to send a message beyond the barrier, but their attempt is foiled. Farah admits to Wendell that they must go behind the supervisor's back. Meanwhile, the crew manages to restrain SM-33, altering his programming and prevent him from turning on them. He reveals that the hidden treasure belonged to the famed pirate Tak Ranad, which means the ship that they are on is the Onyx Cinder. SM-33 agrees to take them to his hidden base. Since transformed into a luxury planet called Lenupa, Jod disguises the children as elders upon their arrival on the planet. However, his former partner, Pocket, a freelancer and also bounty hunter, betrays their location to Brutus. With help from a patron, don't know his name, Cathalops, what is it? Cathalops, I think, whatever it is. The crew makes their way deep into Lenupa's hidden caves, maneuvering through booby traps until they find Renad's base. They discover the coordinates to Atten and learn that the treasure is actually a mint that creates infinite Republic credits. When Fern reminds Jod of his promised fair reward, Jod, now desiring the mint for himself, challenges Fern for the captaincy and holds a knife to her throat. He urges her to yield, and after she does, the children escape as Jod picks up a lightsaber that Wim dropped from the treasure collection. So, lots happened in this episode. I feel like we're kind of getting somewhere, in terms of like this show's plot line. It was finally they're like,
last
okay.
week felt like a bit of a stretch out the story a little bit. So make another step forward finally.
Yeah. You know what, Dan? Let's start with you. Initial thoughts.
I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was fun. It felt the most Goonie-ish out of all the episodes. I enjoyed it.
Nice. All right.
Is that mainly because it was in a cave or big chunk?
No, it's just like, I like that. Like, they went to this planet thing like, oh, it's going to be the most deadliest planet. And then like, oh, it just turned out to be a spa. And it was like,
yeah.
But then underneath it, they had to go like solve some puzzles and then find the treasure room. And whereas like in Goonies, it was like underneath the city, like here it's underneath the spa. And
Right.
Yeah. They had criminals chasing them like they're Fratellis.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Yeah.
They basically just lifted the whole plot.
Matt, what was your...
I was actually like when Jod was...
Oh, yeah. What was your thoughts on this?
Well, I just watched it. Just watched it a few minutes ago.
Oh, that's fresh.
I'm still processing. Yeah, it's fresh. So I'm still processing it. I have a lot of mixed feelings. But as since we're talking about the Goonies stuff, I as a Goonies fan, I do love the whole like Goonie. Where, they're trying to. It seems to me they're trying to get the old fans to enter through like this family portal, if you will, like whole pirate kind of thing, and reminiscence of even Pirates of the Caribbean, of course, which is Disney. But also kind of just getting into the whole. The whole Goonies kind of vibe. Even don't touch the treasure. Like that's not. Remember, One-Eyed Willie. Don't touch One-Eyed Willie's treasure. Even that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then even when Jod's telling the story, when they're going through like the hyperspace, I liked how the blues were kind of like flashing on their face, just like in the scene in Goonies when it was raining and they're up in the attic and they're telling the story. And so it's kind of fun. I was watching it with my kids and we were enjoying it. Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Sweet. Yeah, awesome.
Stop there and be positive.
Sorry, that was Kirk. What'd you think about it?
Yeah, I had a good time with this episode. I really enjoyed the twists towards the end that I didn't really expect to happen, and it also kind of gave me a little bit of kind of Indiana Jones feelings with this kind of adventure into this vault underneath the spa and everything, plus Goonies and all that was mentioned. But yeah, I don't think it was my favorite episode, but this was definitely a good improvement and a good direction for the rest of the story. And yeah, I had a great time with it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, Shawna, any 2 cents?
I don't have a ton to add, other than I actually enjoyed it too. I thought there were some good, funny little pokes in there, and yeah, overall, it was enjoyable.
Nice. All right. Yeah, Blake?
I actually enjoyed this episode quite a bit. I thought the whole spa thing, we get to the pirate planet, and it's been turned into a spa. I thought was a really funny twist.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that at all.
Mhm.
And a lot of small things I appreciate as well. Like when the one kid finally gets enough courage to stand up and he ignites the lightsaber upside down. It's funny because I kind of saw it coming because you can see the
pommel.
Yeah, you can see the pommel. Like, I don't think that's the emitter. And sure enough. Yeah, I'd say there's probably more to talk about as we get going into it here, but I definitely enjoyed a lot of the little touches.
Nice. All right, Reid, I gotta ask, have you seen any of Skeleton Crew yet?
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I've liked it so far. It's been a fun show to watch. I just haven't caught up yet because I've been busy.
Hey, I mean, that's more than I thought. I actually thought you hadn't seen any. I was just being courteous here asking.
John is like, my bar was so low for you, it couldn't go any lower. But I'm going to ask you anyways.
Yeah. Well, I do have one question for you then, seeing as you have seen the first 2. Are you okay with spoilers?
Yes.
All right.
What would we do if you said no?
Yeah, I think we're past that point a little bit already.
Thank goodness.
Where'd you go?
Time to abandon ship.
I can't believe they revealed that Darth Vader was Obi-Wan's father in this episode. My goodness. Insane.
Oh, man. Well, I do have one other question for you, though, Reid. What was your Pablo points and poodoos for the first 2 episodes?
Well, I guess, I don't know if you guys, can you hear me okay like this? Okay. I like both of the first episodes. It was fun. Like, it's definitely like a kid's show, but I also liked that it was actually like more geared towards that. I liked that it was a little bit like about the Old Republic, because I don't know that much about that because I haven't seen a lot of like the expanded universe stuff about the Old Republic. And yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I could definitely see like I appreciate you guys talking about like the Goonies and stuff. I definitely get a Goonies vibe. Like,
yeah.
I haven't seen the Goonies in a really long time, but that was a great movie, so I could see that they would try to bring that out a little bit, like a ragtag, gang of kids or whatever trying to go treasure hunting. That was actually because I knew like almost nothing about Skeleton Crew going into it. So that was actually kind of a fun surprise. I was like, wait, there's like pirates in the Star Wars universe? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. They've just never explored that. And so I guess this will be kind of a fun show about that. So yeah.
Great. Yeah. Well, just to give you a refresher, our Pablo Points of Poodoos ranking system is on a scale of 7. So 3 Pablo Poodoos is the worst. Then moving up from there, you got 2 Pablo Poodoos, 1 Pablo Poodoo, that's bad. Bendu is 50%, and then you got 1 Pablo point, 2 Pablo points, 3 Pablo points being the best of the best. So if you were to give the first episode a Pablo point rating, or a Poodoo, sounds like it's a Pablo point though, what would you give it? And you can give it a 0.5 as well, 1.5, 2.5, so on.
Okay, so if I just use... My brain is struggling to wrap around your rating system. So
that's the point.
I just went to numerics and said best out of 7. If that's what is that? Kind of what
yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yep.
Is that how your system works?
We can use a converter and translator to
7 being the best, 7 being the best, 0
we
being
got a program to convert
terrible.
It, yeah.
0 being terrible. Okay, I can follow that a little bit. I definitely say like 5 or 6.
5 or 6, okay.
5 or 6 for both of them. I'd have to, I don't know. I'd have to watch them and then probably spend hours studying your rating system before I can more like definitively say where it lands. But
awesome.
Okay.
I enjoyed both of them. Yeah, they were good.
All right. I'll put you down for 1.5 Pablo points per episode.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Sweet.
Where does that fall in comparison to everyone else now?
It's pretty average, actually.
Yeah, pretty average.
Yeah, actually, that's the same
it's
exact score
point,
as me. That's the same exact score as, as Blake, Kirk. Dan's a bit higher on this show, so in general.
Yeah. Clearly we all have very similar tastes.
I think Nick's up there too. I don't I ranked it pretty low to start. Well, not low. I rest Bendu to start.
Matt's got some 1s and 2s, so yeah. Like generally, no one's been like. There's no Poodoos on the show at all. There's a few Bendus, but you know, like mostly Pablo points. So yeah, I think we're doing pretty well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Josh, what's your take on the lightsaber? Is it High Republic or?
Yeah, you know, like the lightsaber, for me, the design was interesting because it didn't necessarily fit in with what they've done with the Acolyte so far. So the Acolyte, if you look at the lightsabers in that show, they're very like clunky looking, and that's only 100 years before the Phantom Menace. So like they're really rough designs, more so, which is weird because in the comic books of the High Republic, like some of them have looked very elegant. So maybe it's just like a per character thing, but in general, it seemed to me that they were thicker overall. And when you look at the props that they laid out at the Comic-Con, it's like, okay, there's definitely this idea that the Jedi of this time aren't necessarily using all this nice shiny chromium that they do in the prequels. It's all much more rough material.
I mean, it could just be like a fad or a trend in that era.
Maybe, yeah. And so assuming
that's what was in at the time,
assuming that this pirate dude lived like 1,000 years ago, we're also assuming that the Jedi of that time, you know, would have had at least similar lightsaber technology to the Acolyte, seeing as that stuff was, you know, like a bit more on the rough side. And this one looked like something that Kyle sold. Like, it looked like, you know, had like the layered sort of panels on it, and it was a bit slimmer, and it didn't look as kind of rough as
it looked more fancy than I think what we saw in the prequels.
Yeah, it looked sleek enough that it was like, oh, that doesn't look like an ancient lightsaber at all. So I wonder how that got there, and maybe that person 1,000 years ago was just lucky that they could build such a thing that looks so nice.
It looks like it could be
or did he kill
the Old Republic online game?
Yeah. Sorry, what was that, Matt?
Right. Or did he? Do you think he killed the Jedi?
You know, it looked like it.
And took it from him.
Took it from him. Also, like the hologram, that's SM-33.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You think it's SM-33?
I think he's the captain. Yeah, I think it's
that
him.
would be.
I think that's going to be the twist.
That'd be a crazy twist. And his
then again, I'm a fan. Always trying to like make things make sense. So.
Right. That would be a crazy twist. Dang. Okay. Well, here's a twist for you because I'm just throwing this out to the room. I think just to start at the beginning of this episode with the parents, I think the supervisor that they keep talking about, I think the supervisor is a droid. I think all these people for 100%. All that time, you know, if you think about it, they're all like drones, right? The droids rule over the people, and the people are like the droids. They're the ones working in the booths, doing all the menial jobs. They're all analysts. They're all being raised by droids. You know, the supervisor is somebody no one ever meets. It sounds to me like the supervisor is actually like the MCU's Kevin, right? Like this like all-knowing droid that just kind of like controls everything. You know what I mean?
Or like I think it's
100%. Yeah.
Is that the name of the computer you fight in Portal?
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
Gladys.
Yes, yeah. I think there's a Gladys in there in that tower. I think there's a Gladys in there.
Yeah, because my thought was like, I was getting like low-key vibes from it, where it's like they have the time people. I can't remember the names of them right now, but they don't actually exist, and it's just whatever the clock. Is it Miss Time or whatever is the one who's actually behind it all? She's just
yeah, okay.
Sorry, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Loki. Like,
oh no, oh dear. No, the show's 2 years old now, so you know everyone gets a. If you haven't seen it yet, then too bad.
Yeah, exactly. Sucks to suck. Yeah. Yeah, the spa was funny. I like, like what you said, Blake. That it was a funny, creative location. I enjoyed the randomness of all these years later. Right? It's like there's supposed to be a pirate haven in this mountain, and all these years later, of course, they've all died out, and it's like abandoned. And of course, like some billionaire comes in and like, we're just gonna set up a historic spa right here, and you can see the pirates, and it's like
it's just super bougie. The head of the banking clan's there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I was trying to think, is there any real world attraction that's like been mounted on the grounds of like a historic thing? Like I'm sure we can all maybe think of something.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Seems something specific.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, Monaco would be a good example.
Right, Monaco. Yeah. I don't know. Like, is there a hotel overlooking like a pyramid or something like that in Egypt?
Just give it a few years, and Niagara Falls will just be a casino.
That's actually a good idea, Kirk.
I think that the pyramids are actually closer to civilization than we think they are.
Yeah, you can see the city from the pyramids. Yeah. But anyway, I'm sure we can all think of something somewhere where this has probably happened. But I just thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was like that was good. You got
all the
some-
hammerhead.
Say what?
And all the hammerhead species everywhere.
Ethorians?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
cool.
that. That was cool.
Got to see some cool aliens here.
It makes it actually feel like Star Wars. I feel like that's something that's been kinda like subconsciously missing.
I thought it was cool seeing the Nunes in the distance as well. Them having a bit of a bath. There's like one shot where you could see a few of them.
All those Plagueuses.
That's right.
As soon as they said begging clan, I'm like, Plagueis is going to show up. Oh wait, no, he's not around.
That was him. That was him in a bathtub.
Well,
There's about 6 of them.
He's learned how to clone just like Palpatine.
That's right. He's really manipulating those metachlorians.
Oh yeah. We got a hut in there.
He cloned himself specifically so he can go and take a spa.
Yeah, it was cool. I really liked like the variety of aliens, the familiar aliens. Like that was really cool.
And also the hut. The hut was cool. And that little guy, like, here you go, sir. Oh no, not again, not again, not again.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That was funny.
Does that mean he keeps eating him and then pooping it back out?
I was wondering that too. You burping noises.
Yeah.
I think maybe he's like licking him. Maybe he's like licking him for the salt on the, like a dog, like licks a human's hand for like the salt on the.
Or maybe it could be something. It could be something more like involved. He could be like Tom Cruise in Edge of Tomorrow, and he could just be like in this cycle over and over again. And he's he just live, die, repeat. And there's maybe the next Star Wars show is going to be a Star Wars story about that guy.
Oh man, I don't
want
a
whole movie about him.
I feel like he'd maybe just like a Hydra. He bites off his head and tosses him, and then he just grows his head back.
Yeah, maybe.
What's it like to go through the digestive of a Hydra? Does it take as long as a Sarlacc?
Say digested over 1,000 years.
You know what? Like the idea is not too far fetched. If you asked someone 30 years ago that you'd see the inside digestive system of a Sarlacc, you'd be like, nah, that's not going to happen. Well, 2 years ago we saw just what that looked like. So
yeah, exactly. So there was a cool bounty hunter tie-in, which sucks the pirates back into the story, and that was a very smart way to speed things up, because just when you think that they've gotten away, this person with a grudge shows up. And it's like, of course, it's like the Jude Law's character. Of course, he's like he's a bit like the Indiana Jones of this story, in the sense that everyone knows him and everyone hates him.
Yeah,
and everyone, he's betrayed everyone. He's burned all his bridges, and I thought that was a really cool character choice. I thought that was like just very typical of a guy who's hanging out with a bunch of kids because he's got no other friends. It's just
crisis, our biggest low.
I like that the kids were being kids and he kept getting pissed at them. He's like, we're gonna die, and they're like jumping on the bed, having a pillow fight and stuff. He's like
dancing as they're like,
that was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
Wise elders.
That was fun. This episode, I think for me was a standout, like in general, with just so many good moments that didn't feel cheesy.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that's what I appreciated about it. Yeah.
Straddled the line like really well in this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There was a bit of a nod of the head to Indiana Jones too, literally with the beheading mechanism, booby trap.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Very much along the lines of The Last Crusade there with the spinning discs. So that was cool.
Oh, for sure.
Sorry, I'm spoiling all this for Reid.
No, this is okay. I know exactly what I signed up for.
Overall, I think I was telling Blake this earlier today. We went for a walk and I was saying this show has been really fun, but like many of the shows as a whole, just each week there seems to not be like a crazy amount of stuff to talk about, like in depth, right? Like there wasn't any character development at all for like any of the kids whatsoever, really. I mean,
like this was Wim's moment to kind of grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Same gag where he falls over and doesn't.
Right. And it's like
I actually liked him in this episode.
Yeah, he was more tolerable.
A little bit better.
He was a lot more tolerable in this episode. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, as far as character development goes, like I guess it's not the kind of show to expect great things from in that area. But I did like the character advancement of Jod a lot. Mm-hmm. That was like the one that stood out to me with the little things that they threw in this. But as far as the kids goes, like not as much as usual. And I don't know. I guess what the overall pacing of each week just always seems to be shorter than I think I would like, and that just kind of remains constant still. Even though I like each episode, it's always just like 15 minutes too short than what I would want to watch. Yeah, and it's
I
like
agree.
I'd
I
rather
agree.
have 6 episodes in a season than 8, just to make each episode longer and have it feel more complete when you're done watching that episode. And that was something that I think I brought up in previous weeks as we talked about this show. There's some really great shows I've watched this year. One of them being The Penguin, and each week was like, that was a good story, and that was just one episode. And now there's like 7 more kind of thing, right? So I am hoping that they do change their pacing with the future shows, but trying to like take this one episode at a time and kind of critique it on its own with trying to leave that aspect out of it has been a little tough. There's only 3 left, so we're like over halfway done, and so far it's been really good. But that's
finally have the coordinates for Anaton.
Yeah, we finally have the coordinates for Anaton, but I don't know. I'll just leave it the open mic for a minute. Did anyone like have anything that they wanted to talk about that we haven't mentioned so far?
Well, I thought that the Treasure of 1,000 Worlds was pretty small.
Yeah, it was a bit smaller than I would have thought.
With Treasure Planet.
We've been doing that this whole like.
Have you been doing that too? You've been comparing Treasure Planet this whole time?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
As soon as I got the pirate vibe, I was like, okay, Treasure Planet, but the series.
You know, Nick has never seen Treasure Planet.
No.
Treasure Planet.
You know, Shawna doesn't even like Treasure Planet.
Hey, Josh, you know what? It's okay. Not everybody's perfect.
I'm throwing you under the bus.
Yeah, okay.
It's not as good of a movie as you think it is.
What? Dan, how dare you?
It's
okay.
okay.
I also have to chime in here. I have not seen Treasure Planet either.
What? Kirk.
Where's the mute button?
How dare you? What?
Mark Austin worked on it.
Where's the ejection seat button or whatever?
Oh yeah, here it is.
Where is it?
The little explosion.
Oh brother. So okay, so that's summarized the skeleton crew, I think, unless anyone has any one last minute thing. Otherwise, we'll dive into some crappy music here.
Did you guess that he was gonna challenge the captain?
Yeah, that was a bit of a twist. Yeah, like I think it was a twist, but I think we could sort of see a betrayal coming at some point.
Considering his past, we've learned about him.
Yeah,
and all the warnings not to trust him.
Do it, though.
Right. Yeah.
I think we saw him gonna betray them at some point coming, but I didn't think that was how he was gonna do it.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he's got a lightsaber, and that's the last thing we hear, right?
Yeah.
He's him igniting the lightsaber. So.
Yeah.
It's probably about the best way he could have done it, as far as like emotionally affecting the kids. I would say.
And still following that pirate code too.
Exactly.
I want to ask.
I'm pretty sure only exists in Pirates of the Caribbean outside of this show now.
Yeah.
The pirate code.
Yeah.
And what do they say in Pirates of the Caribbean? Hang the code.
Yeah, someone says
like guidelines, anyways.
So someone says hang the code, and then he gets shot.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Reid a question though, because you've seen the first 2 episodes.
Parlay.
Yeah, parlay.
Parlay.
Down to the depths. Whoever thought of parlay.
What's your theory on Jod now one? Because you ended off on the episode where he uses the Force to pull a key towards him. So like, what did you think when you saw that?
I was like, oh, cool, Force.
All right, so not very much.
I didn't put I don't know. I didn't really have I really had no expectations for the show. So I saw that guy, and so I was curious to see how he fit into the whole Force thing. I was like, oh, is he gonna be fallen Jedi or something like that? Like, where does he fit in the spectrum of Force users, and how that was gonna play out and stuff, and especially too bringing in the High Republic compared to, I don't really know where they're at in the timeline. You guys probably know that at this point.
It's like Mandalorian
type period. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was super interesting. I was curious to see how it would expand into the show. Not a lot of brain cells were invested in that one.
Yeah, just imagine you sitting there when it ends, credits roll, just takes the laptop, slams it shut, walks away.
I watched it on a TV. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. All right, hitting that big red button.
I'm pretty sure at some point I had to. I think I restarted one of the episodes because I accidentally fell asleep through part of it.
Gotcha.
But that was more of a night shift thing than a.
Do you think the Force is real, or is it still fake? Is he like a con artist?
Who, him? The guy that's using it? Or do I think
Jod.
this is real?
Do you think do you think he's using like is he really using the Force, or is he like a con artist guy and he's using like magnets or something?
Oh, didn't think about that at all.
We've seen that kind of character in
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, that didn't even occur to me. I guess that's fair, but I think my automatic like assumption is just like, oh, the Force, like it's Star Wars. That's like
Force.
kind of a normal thing, especially if it's like the climax or end of like the episode or whatever, and during a big crisis too. I was like, oh, it makes sense that someone with the Force is gonna come see them. So I was just not like, just like cruise control, autopilot. I was like, yes, the Force person is gonna come and save these kids and be a leading and guiding force literally for them in this series. Like, there was it.
Yeah,
that's true. He's a guiding force. He's also a really good actor. Like he's really holding them all up.
Actor. So automatically I'm like, it makes sense that the like A tier actor is gonna also be the person using the Force, because we're not just gonna dole it out to like B or C line actors here. We're gonna give it to the important one, not the what was that other character, the wolf dog man thing or whatever, the other pirate guy? Brutus. No, we're not a familiar face, don't get the Force, but this Jude Law guy, we're gonna give him the Force.
Such a great name, by the way, for a wolfman, Brutus.
That was pretty much
Brutus.
You could have like guessed.
That's what I would call a pet wolf.
Okay, I'm curious your guys' thoughts on that character though, because as soon as I saw it, the immediate vibe I got was like 80s like Wolfman vibe, or what's that weird weasel thing from Suicide Squad?
Oh yeah.
Right,
that's the immediate
Man Wolf?
like,
Man Wolf.
Yeah. I was like, this looks like
He was from the cantina scene in the New Hope.
80s action.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they originally had the character in the cantina scene, but they used an off-the-shelf mask for him. So George Lucas never liked that. So in the special editions, he replaced him with a different CG alien. So this is their way of bringing that alien back to the universe. That was erased in the special edition.
Right, which I think he's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's super cool and fun.
I love how they're just rebelling against the special edition, like chopping stuff out.
You see George whenever he watches all the stuff that they're putting back, he just like slams at the table and throws his cup on the ground.
Yeah, you could just picture him going,
No. No.
Get me Kathleen Kennedy on the phone.
Bring me my saucy sausages.
Exactly.
Oh man. Here's a question for the room. We've done the math and worked out that Jod is within the appropriate age in his life that he would have potentially been a youngling aged Jedi at the time of the Purge. So, does anyone have any built-up theories seeing this past week's episode with the lightsaber? And in the last episode, I think it was the last one of this one, he used the Force again. So, and in this one, he used the Force again to grab that knife thing off the table. So it was like, I don't think it's a prank anymore. At first, I was like, is this guy for real? And then now I'm thinking, okay, that was really impromptu, kind of like he didn't plan to have his knife taken away, and then he just kind of force grabbed it back. So I don't know.
I definitely don't think it's a prank. Like when the kids got dropped into the ground, or maybe it happened afterwards, but he grabbed the lightsaber. Didn't he use the Force with that after they fell?
Yeah,
and he did that privately. So I feel like he's definitely someone that uses the Force. And when he looked at the lightsaber or the hilt, he kind of looked like there was a sense of familiarity or something. So I'd be a bit hard done by if I feel like he's faking it.
Also, this time around on my speakers, because I was watching with the kids and we kind of had it cranked up, when he was doing the Force stuff, he was doing like this rumble. It was like doing this like Force rumble. And I was like, that's when I was starting to think, maybe he is a youngling.
Yeah, like a lost youngling. I picture him as
lost youngling,
like an
another one that survived. Another one.
Yeah, I know, right? I love how he's basically an Ezra Bridger went wrong kind of thing, you know? If Ezra had learned to use the Force a little bit, right? Because he was quite a talented kid. That's why Kanan took him on. But he did kind of make that crazy jump, you know, getting into the Ghost, and he was like, whoa. And even Ezra's kind of confused. He can like kind of do stuff sometimes. And
instead, we would have got Captain Jabba.
Yeah. Call me Jabba. Yeah. I've grown to love Ezra a lot. I used to hate that show. All right.
That's a story arc unto itself for you, Josh.
Yeah, it is. Let's give this thing some Pablo points and poodles. All right. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. There we go. All right, let's start with Shawna.
Yeah.
Pablo points of Poodoos. Once again, 3 Pablo Poodoos being the worst of the worst of the worst. Moving up from there, you got 2 Pablo Poodoos, then 1 Pablo Poodoo, and then a Bendu. Bendu 50% score. Pablo points. 1 Pablo points good. 2 Pablo points is great. 3 Pablo points is the best of the best of the best.
I am going to kind of match it with what I ranked last week's episode, was a 2. So I think I'm going to give this one a 2 as well. Like, I've just like slowly been enjoying this series more and more as the episodes have gone on. So, yeah.
All right.
That's where we're going to land.
Okay, cool. I'll get your score later, Reid, when you watch it.
Another day, we'll circle back.
Yeah. Blake, what's your score for this one?
I really enjoyed this one a lot, honestly. It's arguably my favorite so far. I would say, I think I'll give it a 2 as well. 2 Papa points.
Okay. Yeah, 2 is what I'm gonna give it as well. Originally I'd penciled in 1.5, but I think 2 is fair.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, Matt, what'd you give it?
Well, the same thing. I've been kind of like, 1.5, 1.7, 1, but not 2. And it's like, I'm comparing it to the other ones, right, in my mind, where I was kind of ranking them. But I think overall, I'm able to sit with this with my kids too. I got to watch this one with my girls, so I give it a 2.
All right, cool. Kirk?
2 Pablo.
2 Pablo points? Okay.
I think for me, despite there was no kiss for Neil and no backflip or front flip, I think I'm going to go with a 2 Pablo points. Actually, no, 1.5 Pablo points for me on this one.
1.5. All right, cool. And Dan, what's it going to be?
So I was originally going to give this a 2.5, but out of all the episodes, this is the one I agree with you the most on. It just ends where I felt like it could have gone longer.
Yeah.
And I was annoyed at where it ended, so that knocks it down to a 2 for me.
All right, wow. You've been at 2.5 every week so far, so yeah, this is your first 2. Ooh, going downhill. 2 is still a solid score. So we're at a team average of 2 so far, with all the other episodes lining up at 1.5 Pablo points. So this is shaping up to be a pretty good show in general. So, I'm looking forward to getting more scores in. Maybe that average will change. But yeah, in the meantime, we're going to take a 3-minute intermission and listen to Christmas in a Galaxy Far, Far Away. Now, I forget exactly what the prompt I put in to get this back was, but if you listen to the lyrics carefully, maybe you'll have a laugh or two. Just keep the song in mind as to how bad or how good you think it is, because at the end of the night, we're going to rank all of these songs in terms of which one's the worst to which one's not half bad. So,
if that's even possible.
If that's even possible. So feel free to get a coffee, hit the washroom, whatever. 3 minutes here. Let's take a listen to this. Christmas in a Galaxy Far, Far Away.
Lightsabers and snowflakes fill the air. Wookiees howl and TIE fighters flare. Rebels gather round the Christmas tree. Darth Vader's hooded like a chimney. Yoda singing carols in the swamp. Han and Chewie load gifts in the dump. Leia wrap them with her rebel charms, while Luke's swinging bells with robotic arms. Christmas in a galaxy far, far away. Stormtroopers dance while Ewoks play. Joy and peace for Yoda's wives. Under twin suns, not Earth's blue skies. Jabba decorates his palace halls, while Boba Fett hangs up thermal walls. The Falcon's got its lights in sync, and droids serve up spiked blue milk to drink. Christmas in a galaxy far, far away. Stormtroopers dance while Ewoks play. Joy and peace for Yoda's wives. Under twin suns, not Sith can feel the cheer tonight. Death Star's lit up, oh what a sight. No dark side of the force this time. Holidays make every star shine. Christmas in a galaxy far, far away. Stormtroopers dance while Ewoks play. Joy and peace for Yoda's wise. Under twin suns, not Earth's blue skies. Even Sith can feel the cheer tonight. Death Star's lit up, oh what a sight. No dark side of the force this time. Holidays make every star shine. Christmas in a galaxy far, far away. Stormtroopers dance while Ewoks play. Joy and peace for Yoda's wise. Under twin suns, not Earth's blue skies.
All right, that was Christmas in a Galaxy Far, Far Away. And we had some lovely comments by Reid.
Time to abandon ship.
It's time to leave.
Wow.
What'd you call it, Reid?
What did I call it?
Escape pods are launching.
People are running away.
And Blake actually had a really good thing, like, oh yeah, like it's like everyone's turning their face every time like the song plays a certain point, like, oh, this is like Larry, oh, this is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like a freeze frame.
Jerry. Yeah, Jerry. Oh yeah, like a teenage 2000 sitcom or something like that.
Something on Disney Channel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Literally, that's the vibe I got. I was like, oh wow, this is just And then I said, what else did I say? I said it was like the AI misinterpreted like Star Wars in the song like Fireflies or something like that. It's like Starflies. Yeah, I'll make a song about that. And so it just like took the Firefly song and just like garbled it.
Dan, how bad was it?
Yeah, Luke.
I hate how much I enjoyed that song. I hate myself right now.
I think Francis
actually really liked it.
When Francis was here for the volume 1 of the I did a whole 12-track volume of stuff, and this was an episode we did like a few months ago, like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. But yeah, there was one that came up which was about how Luke and Leia can't be together, and he calls it the incest song, and he loved it. He was like, "I hate you, Josh, because I love this song." So. Yeah, that's funny. Matt, have you ever heard AI music before?
No, I didn't. That's amazing.
Man, if you want a copy,
that's absolutely amazing. But it did say, yeah, it said Luke had two robot arms, though. He had 2 robot arms.
Yeah. He had another bad day.
I'm now picturing a Star Wars Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yeah. There you
With
go.
that as the opening intro.
All right, so
opening intro.
At the end, I'll just play a few clips of each as we ranked it, but keep it in mind as to how much you liked it and what your Pablo Points of Pudu's score is for that one. In the meantime, there was a question from Matt that we were asked last week, or one of the previous weeks that we've done a skeleton crew, and it stuck in my mind as to something to bring up on the end of year thing. And it was a fun subject, which was a favorite memory surrounding a Star Wars gift during like Christmas time, and maybe something somebody gave you this year or a past year or whatever. So maybe Matt, we can start with you. Was there any good memories of any Star Wars gifts that were given to you around Christmas time at any point?
Oh man, there's many. I guess for me, because I was a kid during that time, and I would say probably one of the best Christmases. Even though I never got a Millennium Falcon and I never got an AT-AT, but there was a Christmas where I got like a TIE Fighter and a Snow Speeder and a bunch of Star Wars figures, and I was like, and then my brother got a bunch of stuff too, and it was like that was a pretty memorable Christmas.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, was that the Kenner stuff?
I have friends who got the Death Stars. Yeah, the Kenner stuff. Yeah, the snow speeder. I remember the snow speeder just being super awesome. I don't know why I just love the snow speeder.
Yeah, it's a cool ship. Yeah,
so much. And the TIE fighter.
I know Kirk got a cool Star Wars Christmas gift this year. Which has your crystal Mandalorian? Is that the pinnacle, Kirk, or do you have a different year where you had something pretty cool? I think he's left. I think that song was it. You just heard the song. He's like, nah, screw it, I'm out.
Oh no, I'm here. Sorry, I just realized I've been talking like for the last 5 minutes and I had it on mute. Because you know what, that Star Wars song just kept me left me speechless. Yes, I do have a crystal Mandalorian. I think it's from Swarovski. I was gifted. It was very nice, and now he has a companion, the Grogu, little Grogu figurine. That definitely is up on the top list. Although I did one year get the Dark Saber, the Hasbro one, and the hilt is actually really
nice,
like good quality, the hilt. So that's awesome. Definitely up there. Although listening to that song, that was just the gift that's going to keep on giving in my head. So
that's the best answer. That's the best answer.
That's fantastic. I've also I'm yet to sign that NDA PDF that you wanted me to sign and get back to you about not saying anything bad about your music. So just
nice.
Let me know.
Yeah, we're publishing.
When you want to receive that. Yeah.
Making a new label. Dan, any good Star Wars Christmas gifts you ever got?
Yeah, being as I'm probably the oldest one here, like I got one Christmas, I got the AT-AT, and not only that, but my grandfather was an engineer, and he custom made me a Hoth playset using styrofoam and a bunch of other things, and it was like a one-of-a-kind, like original, and I regret that I don't have it anymore and that I probably destroyed it when I was a kid, because it was styrofoam. You could put the figures anywhere you wanted and just shove them into the styrofoam, and it was an amazing gift.
That's cool. Oh wow, that's awesome.
Plus the AT-AT was pretty cool.
Hey, the memory lives forever now on this podcast, so that's pretty special.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Shawna, any
not one that like sticks out, but there were like several years there. My mom always used to give us Lego every Christmas. It was like nonstop. So it was either Star Wars or Harry Potter, one of the two.
Yeah.
And so I got a bunch of Star Wars ones. Probably the biggest one that I'm not even sure we ever actually fully finished was the Star Destroyer.
Oh wow.
It's still sitting under my bed at my parents' place with like a couple pieces broken off, but I think it was for the most part put together.
That's
and just never put on display.
First original release Star Destroyer.
I don't know which.
Probably
actually.
The play version or the UCS?
Great question. I'll have to tell you the next time that I go home and check.
Do you remember any of the figures it came with? Or what year, roughly?
What year? I want to say 2008.
Okay.
Probably the play version.
I can hear everyone like calculating the math in their heads, like, like how much could this be worth?
Like the slot machine.
Josh was just asking just to make sure he can value the asset in case it's worth stealing.
Gonna go over there, bring home one brick at a time.
Yeah.
I still have the manual of like how to build it.
Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Yeah.
So I'll find that and I'll let you know.
Nice. Reid, any
Don't you?
So good.
Hey, I've got I don't remember the name of the ship, but the from the Phantom Menace, Darth Maul's.
Yeah, the Sith.
Oh yeah,
infiltrator. Yeah.
So I got that as a
that was cool.
Once that was really cool. Unfortunately, I was very very young, like maybe less than 5 years old, and so it did not last long. But it was cool when I had it. And then I think 1 year I probably just got like the box set of the originals and prequels.
Yeah,
I was happy about that. So yeah,
nice. Sweet.
No Star Destroyers or AT-ATs. But
solid gift getting the movies.
Definitely, I remember it was just so painful because every year I would look at the like the catalogs or whatever, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I want like the Super Star Destroyer, or like the AT-AT or the Star Destroyer, Death Star. Yeah, didn't get it. We weren't quite there, but that's okay.
Yeah, Blake, anything stand out?
Yeah, what stood out is immediately after Matt said his, I felt bad because I was going to say the AT-AT and Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
It was a Lego version though, not the
Hasbro.
Yeah, not the Hasbro one.
Yeah.
Those are different
that's
years.
awesome.
I'm not sure I could pick one over the other.
I think I forget if I never got a AT-AT. Actually, well, sorry. There is a Lego AT-AT sitting in that corner over there. It is technically not mine. It is a friend's that he had no space. Sorry, AT-ST. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for the correction.
He was getting worse all the time.
People are tuning out as we speak.
Yeah, you gotta get downrank
This
now.
deal was getting worse all the time.
I'm the one.
I have an AT-ST over there in the corner, but yeah, no, it's nothing. It's not like the AT-AT, but it is quite big. It's like one of the UCS AT-STs, and he just gave it to me because he didn't want it anymore. But anyway, I think one of the best Star Wars Christmas gifts was probably, I think I did get a Hasbro Millennium Falcon, like for the 3 3/4 inch action figures one time.
In the 90s?
Oh wow!
No,
that's awesome.
this was 2000 and maybe 2003, 2004, something around there. And and it like the back was like fully lit up and it had 3 buttons or so on top, and it made all these sounds and noises, and oh, it was so cool. And yet I played with my Lego so much that I almost never played with the action figures. And so the Millennium Falcon just kind of sat there for like the longest time, even though I loved it. And then eventually, I took a lot of that stuff down to a store which swapped stuff in for store credit, and I bought a bunch of Star Wars Lego with it instead. But now I regret that decision. But now I think, oh, well, where would I put it anyways? Because it was huge. But
You can hang it from the roof.
Yeah,
hang it.
Anyway, but yeah, my regrets. But that was a really awesome Christmas gift. I think it was a Christmas gift, but yeah, it was awesome.
It's awesome.
So okay, let's. Did we all go? Yeah, we all go. Okay. Okay, we got one more. We got another song here. It's called "A Star Wars Christmas Carol." No. I got one more, and then we'll play some Star Wars trivia. So 2-minute intermission. Let's take a quick listen.
A spark in his eye ain't no regular sight. Galaxies brood on cold winter nights. Quad chase scenes in his vivid mind. New saga born, one of a kind. From Flash to Jedi, from Yoda to Sith. Gifts that started with pure Christmas bliss. Years transform and destinies intertwined. Legends arise from a festive sign. Years zoom by, the saga expands. Dave Filoni, a torch in his hands. By the glow of the tree, that'll magic trick. A Star Wars fig wrapped up real slick. Dave's eyes lit, a youthful gleam. Following laws of George's dream. Hands unwrap, hoping the figures form. Galaxies distant, hearts that warm. From Flash to Jedi, from Yoda to Sith. Gifts that started with pure Christmas bliss. Years transform and destinies intertwined. Legends arise from a festive sign. From Flash to Jedi, from Yoda to Sith. Gifts that started with pure Christmas bliss. Years transform and destinies intertwined. Legends arise from a festive sign. Years zoom by, the saga expands. Dave Filoni, a torch in his hands. By the glow of the tree, that'll magic trick. A Star Wars fig wrapped up real slick. Dave's eyes lit, a youthful gleam. Following laws of George's dream. Hands unwrap, hoping the figures form. Galaxies distant, hearts that warm. From Flash to Jedi, from Yoda to Sith. Gifts that started with pure Christmas bliss. Years transform and destinies intertwined. Legends arise from a festive sign.
Hello. All right. We are. Oh wait. Let's spoil it. I'm spoiling the next one.
So good, even Josh wasn't paying attention.
Spoiling the next one.
That's my bad.
Yeah. Reid had me distracted over here. All right. So okay. So how was that?
Big step down.
It's pretty big thumbs down.
It was a big step down for the last one.
Big step down from the last
so
one.
it did give me very good images in my head of Dave Filoni breakdancing and George in like a tracksuit with crossed arms, like nodding slowly.
Like Run DMC.
Yeah.
Filoni's torturous hands, is that what you're saying?
Filoni.
I like he had a torch in his hand.
Torch in his hand?
Flare.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's pretty bad. But
I think I also heard the name Spock name dropped, so I'm not sure if this is still Spock.
No, there's no Spock in there. No, unfortunately not. But all right, it is time for some Star Wars Ultimate Trivia.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Matt's first time playing Star Wars Ultimate Trivia, and from my recollection, I don't think Dan's played this either.
I think he did.
Has he played before? Dan, have you played this before?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. Has
I'm
anyone not played Star Wars Ultimate Trivia? Because I think Reid's played before.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's ready. Yeah. Shawna's played before. Blake's played before. Kirk's played before. I think. Right, Kirk?
Oh, I was here back when Dave Filoni hosted the last one and couldn't select the prizes for the winner.
That's right.
That was an infamous day. And I've been practicing and stretching for 2 years now, getting ready for this day, and we're back. So
nice.
I'm ready for it.
Awesome. Okay, I got everyone registered here. So how this works for everyone listening at home is it's a bit of a game show. A question will be asked to one of our players here. It's going to be a choice out of 4. And due to the size of the group, I think we'll go a few rounds. Maybe we'll do let's say 6. We'll start with 6 questions, and if we still got time, then I'll bump it to 9. But let's start
6
with
per person.
6 per person. Yeah,
That feels like a lot.
Yeah. We'll try and bash through them. Okay, so if you get a question right, you will hear this little phrase. And if you get a question wrong, you will hear this.
Embarrassing. How embarrassing.
All right. So that being said, let's dive right in. Shawna, you're the lucky number 1 on the list. So originally, Lucas, and for those listening at home, feel free to shout out the answer if you're with other people. See if you can get it first. Originally, Lucas planned the light, dark, and the balance to be called Ashla, the Bogan, and the what? Is it A, Chosen One, B, the Sindel, C, Balance, or D, Bendu?
It's just the first one.
The Chosen One?
All right.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
The correct answer is D, Bendu. Second thing I want to mention is this is a 5-tier gaming system. Okay, so number 1 is pillar Star Wars movies, being the easiest kind of general stuff most people know. Tier 2, which is the tier that you guys start off on, is live action and animated shows, along with that is it. And then tier 3 is canon books, comics, and video games. Tier 4 is expanded universe, anything. And then tier 5 is just really absurdly hard stuff that almost nobody would know. So just so you know.
Go down to the one everyone knows,
so
right?
if you get a question wrong, you go down a tier, and then your next question will be on that tier. And then if you get a question right, you go up a tier. So if things get tougher as you answer more correctly, things get harder. Things get easier if you answer things wrong, basically.
Because
but then you
we have
points.
to overcomplicate everything here at Star Wars Escape Pod.
Of course.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Next question is for Blake. Harrison Dulo's father is it Cham, Orn-Free-Ta, in the spirit of Rey, nobody, or is it Pong?
Sorry, this is supposed to be his name?
Yeah.
Cham.
All right, very well done. Reid, how many Star Wars Vespas are present in the Mods gang? This is from the Book of Boba Fett. Is it 3, 6, 4, or 8?
4?
All right.
More importantly, what's a Vespa?
You got it right. All right, Matt, you're up next. So a zombie-like virus was introduced by the Geonosians in the Clone Wars to the clones via what? Was it worms, gas, injections, or lasers?
Worms?
Very good, sir.
Oh, man.
Very nice. All right.
Got scared.
Kirk, you're up next. The Kaminoans use what to cause the clone troopers to turn on the Jedi? Is it inhibitor chips, genetic reconstruction, DNA alteration, or Palpatine Sith powers?
I'm going to go with inhibitor chips.
Very nice. Dan, Ahsoka was first introduced on which planet? Was it Coruscant, Tatooine, Christopsis, or Geonosis?
Oh, geez.
This is in regards to the 2008 Star Wars The Clone Wars theatrical release.
You're punishing me for not watching Clone Wars.
That's the tier you start in.
Third choice.
Third choice, Christopsis. Very well done. All right. Shawna, we're back to you. Owen Lars told Luke Skywalker his father was a either spice miner, pilot, navigator, or warrior.
What were the options again?
Spice miner, pilot, navigator, warrior.
Pilot.
Pilot. All right, so that's B.
Mm-hmm.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
All right, it was navigator.
Oh.
All right, next question is
They're
for...
so close together.
Next question is for Blake. The High Republic. Which novel featured the Amaxine Station? Was it Light of the Jedi, A Test of Courage, Into the Dark, or The Great Disaster?
Oh man, this feels so obscure already. I'm gonna go with Light of the Jedi.
How embarrassing.
Which one was it?
It was Into the Dark. Yep. Reid, back to you. Name the remaining survivor of the Night Sisters from Fallen Order. Was it Merlin, Marin, Ariel, or Grub?
Marin.
Marin. Nice. All right, Matt, back to you. The most recent VR Star Wars adventure is called what? Is it Secrets of the Empire, Vader Immortal, Tales of the from Galaxy's Edge, or Squadrons?
Oh, snap. Squadrons? No, the Vader.
How embarrassing. How
It was Tales from Galaxy's Edge. All right, Kirk, back to you, sir. In Ahsoka, Thrawn mentions he knew Anakin Skywalker. Which novel is this referencing? Is it Thrawn Ascendancy 1, Thrawn Alliances, or Thrawn Ascendancy 2?
Oh, you gotta be specific? Oh, man.
Oh, wait, can we go through those options again? I'm already...
Okay, so in Ahsoka, in the show, Ahsoka Season 1, Thrawn mentions that he knew Anakin Skywalker. Which novel is this referencing? Is it Thrawn Ascendancy 1, Thrawn Alliances, or Thrawn Ascendancy 2?
Oh, dear. This is the Timothy sample. Thrawn Alliances, I think.
Nice. I think Reid knew that. I could see him guessing in the background.
I actually knew that one.
Oh, nice. All right. Next question for you, Dan. Corellia is known for what? Is it A, ships manufacturing, B, drug trade, C, garbage disposal, or D, slave trade?
All of the above.
It's like Surrey.
I'm going to go with spice trade?
Spice trade. All right. Wait. You mean drug? You mean drug trade? B?
Drug trade.
All right.
It's either that or the shipbuilding, but it's shipbuilding, isn't it?
It was ships manufacturing. Yeah. All right.
Damn it. Okay.
Sorry, man. Shawna, we're back to you. The Force Awakens introduced a new super weapon to the galaxy. What was it called? Was it Project Stardust, the Death Star 3, Sunstrike Base, or Starkiller Base?
Starkiller Base.
All right, very good. Very good. Back up to tier 2 again.
Yay.
Blake, Padme's ex-love interest, whom she must spy on. Is it A, Rush Clovis, B, Clovis Mayfield, C, Bail Organa, or D, Typho Tritium?
You put Clovis in 2 of them.
Yeah.
Well, the name Clovis is in 2 of them, but which one is it?
Could you repeat the 2 Clovises, please?
Is it A, Rush Clovis, or B, Clovis Mayfield?
I think it's the second one, Clovis Mayfield.
How embarrassing.
Dang it!
Rush Clovis.
We just called him Clovis the whole time.
Mayfield is a sniper from Mandalorian.
Yeah, I realized.
I think we need a third party review on those questions and those answers.
Oh, jeez. Okay, Reid, you're up next. Which character was originally developed for the 1996 Star Wars Legends multimedia project called Shadows of the Empire and first appeared in its novel? So, which character is it? Right? Is it Carrie Porter, HK 1138, Dash Rendar, or Marasai Fell?
Dash Rendar?
Well done. Matt, what is the child's name? Is it A, Grolu, B, Drogu, C, Bogu, or D, Grogu?
D, Grogu.
All right, sweet. Kirk, back to you. Before the Imperial Remnant, which warlord faction had the largest military presence? Is it A, the Greater Maldrude, B, the Pentastar Alignment of Powers, C, the Zhninkst Empire, or D, the Restored Empire?
Oh dear. This is going to have to be a guess on this one. I'm going to go with, I can't even remember the names here, but I'm going to go with B.
Oh my gosh. You got it.
Oh my god. I had no idea.
Just 1 out of 4.
There we go.
Someone's using the force.
Yeah. All right, Dan. Angels were spoken of by Anakin hearing the stories. But which planet are they from and confirmed to exist in the Clone Wars? Is it A, Dantooine, B, Milius Prime, C, Iego, or D, Mortis?
D?
How
D Mortis?
It is the moons of Viego, I think. Yeah, sorry, Dan. All right, Shawna, we're back to you. What was Hera's code name as part of the Ghost crew? Is it Spectre 1, Spectre 2, Spectre 3, or Spectre 4?
She was Spectre 1.
How embarrassing.
It is Spectre 2.
How embarrassing.
Who was Spectre 1?
Spectre 2. I don't know who Spectre 1 is.
I think there should be a bonus. I think there should be a bonus point there for the confidence in Spectre 1. I believed it was Spectre 1 after she said that.
Now I gotta look this up. Was it Kanan?
Yeah.
Be anyone else.
I think Spectre 1 was Kanan.
I would have guessed it'd be Hera.
You'd think.
Dumb.
Yeah, you'd
She's the
think.
captain.
That's what I thought. She leads them.
Unless I typed my answers incorrectly, but
Ooh. Challenge the board. Inspect the rule book.
It could happen. It could happen.
Challenge the captain.
Feel free to take it up with the court if you find a different answer.
No. With Star Wars Rebels Wiki says Kanan was Spectre 1.
Spectre 1. All right,
Yeah,
all right.
and Hera was Spectre 2. That's crazy.
Crazy, right? All right, next question is for Blake. Luke's grandmother's name is Shmi, Shaq, Padme, Sola.
Luke's grandmother.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm blanking on her a second now because I was thinking it was aunt. Sorry, go through the names one more time.
Luke's grandmother is Shmi, Shaq,
yeah.
Padme, Sola.
Okay, yeah, Shmi.
Very good. All right. Next question for Reid. Purgil class star cruisers were passenger liners operated by which organization? Was it the New Republic, the Chandrila Star Line, Raxus Luxury Cruises, or Core World Flagships?
Gosh, okay. You're going to have to read that one again.
The Purgil class star cruisers were passenger liners operated by which organization? The New Republic, Chandrila Star Line, Raxus Luxury Cruises, or Core World Flagships?
I'm going to go A. That was High Republic or something like that. Yeah.
How embarrassing.
It was Chandrila Star Line.
It was, okay. That was going to be my next.
Is that related to like their
the hotel?
The motel. Yeah, okay, that's what
Yeah,
I thought. Yeah.
it is, yeah.
And the
What is
cruise.
that? Okay, I have to ask. What's that from, though?
Chandrila Star Line? Or just
Where is any of that introduced? I'm curious.
Purgil class star cruisers?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I think because what tier question is that?
Is it books or is it?
Didn't they just make that up specifically for like the hotel and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's a.
It's probably in the
Halcyon-
comic book related to it.
It is the Halcyon Legacy. So the one that they made for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge,
Yeah.
the Halcyon Legacy is a Purgil class star cruiser.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that must have been a tier 5 question that you hit there, I think, because you got the last one right. So.
Yeah, you just smushed my streak.
Yeah. There you go. There's a taste at tier 5. Okay, Matt, how many phases of the High Republic are there? Is it 3, 2, 4, or 6?
I'm going to guess 3.
Good. Yeah. Change his answer right after he gets it right. No, yeah, you got it. It's 3. Next question is for Kirk. Name all of the Star Wars Orbit Key character collection types.
Oh my god.
Holy.
Wow.
How did Kirk get this question?
Why is this even a question in the first place?
Well, you said tier 5, I guess. Yeah.
It's something that the average viewer or listener needs to know.
You know what's funny about this question is I don't even have the answer like down. It's I either have correct, not correct, or like nothing and nothing.
Because if you're writing it,
Because I was just gonna look it up when I asked this question.
Wait, is this randomized? Because like fair enough.
It is randomized. It's like legitimately randomized off of a spreadsheet. So it's really funny that you got this question.
Those listening, Kirk, you still work for ORBITKEY?
Yeah.
I no longer work there, so this technically this is parlay, so it's fine. Also, very embarrassing. I get this wrong. Okay, so what do we got? So we've got. Wait, am I selecting from options here? Or am I just listing them?
No, you have to list them all apparently. So this is specifically the character-inspired keychain. So not the X-Wing collection, not the retro series. It's just the character ones.
Just the character ones. Okay, so here we go. We've got Vader, we've got Obi-Wan, we've got Mando, we've got Ahsoka, we've got Emperor Palpatine, we've got Grogu, and we have Boba Fett, and that's the 4. And I believe that is. Wait, do I also name like the rings and everything, and or is it just those?
No, yeah, I think you're missing one. I think. Think real hard.
Oh dear.
You're missing one from the first set, but you got all of them right so far.
I gotta remember which ones I've done here.
If I give you a hint, you're gonna get
first set. Did I mention Palpatine?
No, you didn't. Yeah, there you go. I think you got it. I think you got it. Oh, you did say Palpatine?
Yeah. That's not the one he's missing.
Wait, no. Okay, then what is it? Wait, which one?
Wait. I've said Boba Fett, Mando, Grogu, Palpatine, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Vader.
Yeah.
I for some reason I can't think of.
There's an 8th, I think. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, go for it.
I think it's Mace Windu, isn't it?
No, it's not Mace Windu. That's the Palpatine one though. It's black and purple on the inside.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I think you got.
No, that's
right.
Palpatine. That's Palpatine.
You said Mandalorian.
There's like I said Mando. There's a Grogu like ring. Thing, strap. Right. Sorry, but they're not. Unless you want me to talk about the retro collection ones, which
now you're just showing off.
I can't remember.
No, you're good.
I say we give it to him and we strike this question from the record to never come up again.
Right, you got it right. Okay, Dan. According to Yoda, which of these begins to lead one down the dark path? Is it pain, anger, fear, or suffering?
Oh, jeez. Anger.
How embarrassing.
It's fear.
How embarrassing.
Anger leads to...
They're saying anger leads... Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Very close, though. Very close.
Yeah, I know some of these questions, I swear.
Yeah. Well, you got a Yoda question too, Shawna. How old was Yoda when he died? Was he over 800, over 9,000, over 900, or over 1,000?
A lot of zeros.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I want to say it's over 900.
Over 900. Very nice. Okay. Next question is for. I'll just give a quick update on the record. We'll stick with the 6 answers. Kirk, you're leading with 4. Dan 1. Matt 3. Reid 3. Blake 2. Shawna 2. All right. Next question is for Blake. The dark saber was first made by which Mandalorian? Is it Pre Vizsla, Din Djarin, Jango Fett, or Tor Vizsla?
Why do I get all the questions where you do 2 names for the same person? Like, it's so cool. What the heck? Could you repeat the 2 Vizslas?
So is it Pre Vizsla, Din Djarin, Jango Fett, or Tor Vizsla? Who made the dark saber?
I'm gonna go with Tor Vizsla because Pre Vizsla was the animated character from the show.
Very nice. Okay, Reid. Tier. I think this is a tier 4 question or tier 5. Oh, that's a tough one. Which mobile RPG was canceled in 2016? Was it 1313, Star Wars Uprising, Star Wars Underworld, or Renegade Squadron?
Okay, sorry.
So there was a canceled mobile role RPG game in 2016. Was it 1313, Uprising, Underworld, or Renegade Squadron?
Okay, I know for sure it wasn't the first one. You said second one was Underworld, then it was
Uprising. Second one was Uprising.
Uprising.
Yeah, C is Underworld, D is Renegade Squadron.
I'm gonna go D, Renegade Squadron.
Does anyone else here know this answer, just out of curiosity?
I think it's the second one.
Yeah, anyone else?
Was that Underworld?
Uprising.
Yeah, Rising.
Oh, I got it.
How embarrassing.
All right, yeah, it was Uprising.
How embarrassing.
It was Uprising. Matt, what is the name of the siblings in Ewok Adventures? Is it...
Oh, snap.
Do I need to list the answers or do you already know?
No, list them. I forgot.
Okay, all right. Is it Mace and Spindle, Sindel and Lace, Mother and Father, or Mace and Sindel?
Oh my god.
Oh man. Wow. Mace and Sindel and Sindel and Mace and Sindel.
Well, Mace and Spindle, not Sindel, Spindle.
Spindle.
Is it Mace and Spindle or Mace and Sindel? Or is it Sindel and Lace or Mother and Father?
Oh god. I think it's Mace and Sindel.
Mace and Sindel, yeah.
Mace and Sindel.
Correct. Okay, good job. Kirk, who were the names of our first two winners from the first ever podcast giveaway? How do you get these questions, dude?
Wait, what?
You're clearly
Yeah,
at
the
tier
giveaway?
5 here. Okay, who are the names of our first two winners of the first ever podcast giveaway? Was it A, Kyle and Sean, B, Kim and Chad, C, Derek and Gavin, or was it C, or D, Kyle and Isaac?
Can I have those options again, please, sir?
Is it Kyle and Sean, Kim and Chad, Derek and Gavin, or Kyle and Isaac?
Why is this question?
It's a tier 5 question. It's got to be possible.
Okay. Well, in order for me to answer this question, I'm going to need to hear the answers one more time, please.
All right, Kyle and Sean.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I remember this day clearly. I'm going to go with Gavin and whoever Gavin's partner was.
Derek and Gavin.
How embarrassing.
Yeah.
How
No.
embarrassing.
It was actually Kyle and Isaac. Congrats again to Kyle and Isaac. But yeah, like 2 years ago.
What did they win?
That's what I said.
What did they win, Kirk? You were there, right?
Oh, they. I think they won a couple of illustrious Star Wars key organizers from my memory. Do I get a bonus point for that?
Wow.
I might give you a 0.5 if you're tied. Yeah, good. No, good job. All right, the next question for Dan. Separatist alliance is led by which villain? Is it Count Dooku, General Grievous, Viceroy Gunray, or Lot Dodd? Dan's mulling it over.
Oh, sorry. Viceroy Gunray?
Leader of the Separatists is
How embarrassing.
Count Dooku.
How
Sorry, Viceroy
embarrassing.
Gunray. No, yeah, Count Dooku.
Oh my god.
I just read that your answer was C. No, it is Count Dooku.
So I
Yeah.
didn't want you to win, so we changed the answer. Yeah.
I read the wrong line there. I'm looking at a terminal with all this, like, the font is like the same. All right.
It's all in Arabic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, one more round of questions here. Dan being the last in our list. Okay, so Shawna, Dooku used whose identity to erase the Camino files from the Jedi archives? Was it Qui-Gon, his own, Yaddle, or Sifo Dyas?
Sifo Dyas.
Very nice. All right, Blake. Cal Kestis finds a Jedi in the High Republic era Jedi Temple, long abandoned, and finds a Jedi preserved in Bacta. Who is it? Is it Santari Khri, Dagan Gera, Ravis, or Elzar Mann?
It's from the second game?
Yeah.
I haven't played that yet. Ooh.
Rip.
Yeah. Well, I know it's not the last one. Could you repeat the first three names?
Santari Khri, Dagan Gera, or Ravis?
I'm going with the first one.
How embarrassing. How
It was
embarrassing.
Dagan Gera. All right, Reid. Arcanus was the home to the blank. Was it Secret Imperial Academy, Shipyards, Imperial Senate, or Rebel Hideout?
What was the first one?
It was Secret Imperial Academy.
That one.
Well done. Well done. All right, Matt, you're up next. Name all the Star Wars Orbit Key Retro Collection ship types. Wow, this is what a great question. Maybe I should knock these out. I feel like Kirk, I feel like we don't talk about Orbit Key enough anymore to make these questions relevant.
I don't even know what an Orbit Key is.
That's pretty good. That question's not for me, is it?
No, that one's for Matt. No, I'll throw you a bone, Matt.
He can call an Australian friend for some help, I reckon.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay, let's do the call. Or actually, hold on. I'll give you the option. You can either do, or what tier question is this? Hold on a second. Let me just find out. So you can either use a phone a friend, or you can choose the other question that I'm going to give you, which is let's see what tier you're on. It is a tier 5 question because you're just that good. So I'll give you a different tier 5 question, or you can use the phone a friend. What's it gonna be?
I think I'm gonna phone a friend.
Phone a friend. All right. Let's do it
from Australia.
All right, Kirk, you're
to
up.
accept long distance charges.
Hold on a second. Hold on. All right, get the hologram out. Kirk, I think you're up.
Oh yeah, good day there, mate. I hear you need a bit of a handy on your game show.
All right, all right, sir. Name all the Star Wars Orbit Key Retro Collection ship types.
Oh yeah, let me have a think about this one. I think we've got now. Am I giving hints here, or am I giving the exact answer?
You
let me know.
Give the answer for him, and then he gets the point.
All right, here we go. I think we've got little Millennium Falcon.
All right,
I think we've got the Death Star.
Yep.
I think we've got the X-wing in there as well.
Yep.
And what's that damn final one that I'm thinking about? Think we got the TIE Fighter. I think that's the last one.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. All right. Christmas was saved.
Also, if I would have just guessed retro ships.
Yeah, you probably could have got it actually. Yeah.
Just retro ships. Yeah,
It's kind of funny that
funny.
the phone a friend button just says phone Kirk.
Kirk has all the answers. He's the Jedi Master here this year. All right, next question is for Kirk. Let's see if he can maintain the status. Cal Kestis' story picks up how many years after the Jedi Purge? Is it 5, 6, 10, or 4?
Is this the first one or the second game?
You know, I've worded this, now that there is a second game, I've worded this kind of weird, but I believe it is talking about the first game.
Ooh. After the Purge. Can I have the numbers again?
Yeah, so it's either 5, 6, 10, or 4.
Oh, for some reason I think it's 5 years after Revenge of the Sith, but look, that's what I'll go with. I think I might be wrong, but
you got it.
Oh,
yeah, it is talking about Fallen Order.
Yeah, actually now that I think about it, only 5 years. Like I remember that flashback in the game. Like he looked really young, and then Cal Kestis is like an older teenager in the game. So
yeah,
for some reason I thought I was second guessing myself there.
No, you got it. You got it. All right, Dan. Is Dan the last in our lineup?
Yeah.
All right, Dan, the last question.
Yep.
Maul is the head of which criminal organization in Solo, A Star Wars Story? Is it A, the Black Sun, B, the Shadow Collective, C, Crimson Dawn, or D, Pike Crime Syndicate?
Crimson Dawn.
Very good. Okay, and that sums up our Star Wars Ultimate Trivia. So hold on a second. Let me just where is it? There we go. Perfect. Okay, so coming in first place, we have actually it is a tie between Matt and Kirk, both with 5 correct answers. Very well done. And one of you guys has the bone 0.5, but officially we got a tie here. So we got a council of winners. We also have Reid coming in with 4 correct answers. We got Shawna and Blake coming in with 3, and Dan coming in with 2 correct answers. And this is the hardest Star Wars trivia that anyone can possibly play. So everyone, a round of applause. Give yourself a pat on the back. Even I forget the answers to my own questions sometimes.
I will say that I think I may have been positively favored here in one of my questions. But
you certainly lucked out with that
one.
Yeah, you certainly lucked out on that one. Yeah, awesome. All right, thanks for playing, guys. We have one more. Let's see, we're at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Just checking in. Is everyone all good, or how much time does everyone have? Because we can speed things up, wrap things up, whatever we need to do.
We need that third Christmas song, yeah?
Yeah, we need that. We do need that third Christmas song. Yeah. All right.
Did you remind him?
Well, I mean, I'm interested now. We had one good one, one bad one. So we're gonna have one in the middle
One
now.
bad one. Speak for yourself.
We need a.
Well,
we need
okay.
a,
Well, now you know where I'm gonna rate mine.
we need a Bendu here. One of them was good. One of them was terrible.
Give me something
Okay.
average.
If anyone needs to slip out, just send me a message in the chat. But in the meantime, we're gonna listen to what's called A Galaxy Christmas. Hopefully, it's actually not that bad. Let's go.
On a route to Tatooine's twin suns blunt the light. The snowflakes shimmer like sabers, warm and blue. Feel the force start to sing, it's calling me and you. Stormtroopers caroling in perfect lines. The cantina's jingle is where everyone dines. Chewbacca roars a cheerful celebrate the season with blaster hums. A galaxy Christmas, the force is strong tonight. A Wookiee hug that keeps you warm, no need to fight. A Star Wars story will celebrate today in a merry way, in a merry way. Ewoks dancing round the forest moon. Their festive drums are playing a joyful tune. Vader's helmet sporting a Santa hat. No more rebel scuffles, we raise our glass to that. A galaxy Christmas, the force is strong tonight. A Wookiee hug that keeps you warm, no need to fight. A Star Wars story will celebrate today in a merry way, in a merry way. Lightsabers glowing like the Christmas tree. Yoda's wisdom guiding festivities. Across the stars this joy will spread. Together with the force it's like gingerbread. Lightsabers glowing like the Christmas tree. Yoda's wisdom guiding festivities. Across the stars this joy will spread. Together with the force it's like gingerbread.
Okay, well that was awful.
I don't know. I trust Yoda to run the festivities.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you do a good job.
Yeah, Matt, what'd you think of that? Was that any better than the first or the second, or was
Oh, I don't know. Well, I think the first one's definitely the best one.
First one's the best one. Okay, let's give this some Pablo points of poodoos.
So you're gonna play a clip of each one, right?
Yeah, I'll play a clip of each one. All right. So, okay. So, and we'll start with Dan, seeing as he was quite optimistic about the first one here. All right. So we got here's a clip from the first one. We'll just play this.
Jabba decorates his palace halls while Boba Fett hangs up thermal walls. The Falcon's got its lights in sync. Droids serve up spiked blue milk to drink.
All right, so that's Christmas in a Galaxy Far, Far Away. We have a Star Wars Christmas Carol.
Gifts got started with pure Christmas bliss. Years transform and destinies intertwine. Legends arise from a festive sign.
Okay, we got that rubbish. And then we have a Galaxy and a Christmas. It's called a Galaxy Christmas song. Okay, let's
It's
go.
glowing like the Christmas tree. Yoda's wisdom guiding festivity.
Reid's rocking out over there.
Across the stars, this joy will spread.
Okay, Dan, we'll start with you, man. What's your Pablo points of poodoos for all three of these, each of these?
Okay, going from worst to best. The second song is a 2 poodoo.
All right.
The third song is a Bendu.
Okay, all right.
And the first song is 2 Pablos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be singing that song for the rest of the week, and I hate you for it.
I'll be publishing them on YouTube as volume 1, and I'll make it like the Christmas.
Can we get George Lucas and Fiona singing it?
Oh man, nope. But I will try and email them a copy, and we'll see if they do. But all right. Well, thank you. 2 Pablo points. That's pretty amazing. Kirk, let's what's it sounding like to you? What are your rankings?
All right, so the first one was an absolute masterpiece. Give that 3 Pablo points, and the second one was 3 Purdue points, and the third one was also 3 Purdue points.
All right. Okay, Matt. What do you got?
First one, 3 Pablos. Second one, 2 Poodoos. Third one, 3 Poodoos.
Dang. All right. Wow. Really hated that last one. Eh? Okay. Reid, what's it going to be?
Okay. If I understand your rating system, we're going to go for the first one, 3 Pablos.
3 Pablo points or Pablo Poodoos?
Pablo points.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
All right.
So that's the highest.
That's
the highest I can do, right?
That's really good.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then the second one is going to be 3 Poodoo. No, like bar none.
Yeah.
And then the last one is going to be 3 Pablo.
All right.
Because really the whole thing is like a early 2000s teenage Disney sitcom or whatever. Opening, great, middle, garbage, and the movie ended. Hallelujah.
Very nice. Okay, Shawna, what do you got?
Okay. The first one is a 2 Pablo points. The second one is 2 Voodoo. And the third one, I'm going to go with 1 Pablo.
1 Pablo point. Okay. All right, Blake.
All right. You know, that first one, I feel like I could actually hear it on the country radio. And it's one of those songs that kind of sounds like every other song on country radio, so you wouldn't really notice. It would blend in very well.
It would.
So I'll give that one 3 Pablo points.
Wow.
And then the second one is 3 Pablo Poodoos. And the third one, I'll give it 1 Pablo Poodoo.
1 Pablo Poodoo. All right. Nice. Okay. Well, I appreciate all the amazing rankings. The one that won, Christmas in a Galaxy Far, Far Away.
Stormtroopers dance while Ewoks play.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Dan's just grooving over there. Yeah, throw your hands up.
Twin suns, not Earth's blue sky.
They should play this in Galaxy's Edge every Christmas.
Yeah, they should.
Send it their way. See what they do.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will, just like Volume 1, I will be publishing these as singles on YouTube. Make a playlist for the Christmas season as well. And as always, if you really want a high-quality version of this, just send us an email, swescapepodcast@gmail.com, and I will email you a copy of this.
See if we can beat the record from the last album.
Oh, yeah.
Vinyl.
I wonder. Yeah. Yeah,
on vinyl.
On vinyl, yeah. I got to get these printed out. Yeah, well, we do have the rights to them, actually. So,
we'll send you a custom burned CD with the name of each song written with Sharpie on the disc.
Mixtape.
Exactly, mixtape. Oh man, this will go really well with Francis's incest song. All right, nice. Let's move on to the final thing in our schedule here for the night. We're gonna just briefly chat about this past year in review. We'll just blow through this real quick because it's getting a little late. But Star Wars 2024, lots of stuff happened. I'm just gonna run through the list, and if anything sticks out, feel free to kind of bring it up after. But okay, so first off, we had The Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka Season 2 announced earlier this year. That was at a big event called D23, and that was very exciting, very cool stuff. They shared a bit of information on those things, and people are stoked for Mandalorian Grogu, you know, and that's awesome. Skeleton Crew was brought up again as far as a thing that was coming out later that year. So Skeleton Crew, you know, obviously something we're still watching, but that premiered this past year as well. The Acolyte brought the High Republic era into live action, and that show was set 100 years before the prequel trilogy. That had a lot of buzz about it as well. I can't believe this is also within the last year, but the series finale for Star Wars The Bad Batch gave the Clone Force 99 the touching send-off that it deserved. And I know a lot of Bad Batch fans out there, and that was pretty touching. A really random kind of out of left field thing that we had was Tales of the Empire, and that was really good. That was like another like kind of short animated series that we had drop, and that was cool. Imperial March was projected onto the side of the Empire State Building with a lot of Star Wars music playing, and it was crazy. Like the whole side of the building lit up like a giant red lightsaber. They were projecting big video clips of Vader and Anakin, and are
you going to make that into a question for the trivia?
I should, yeah. Well, none other than Hayden Christensen himself actually lit the thing. He was the one who pulled the switch and got the night kicked off. So that was pretty cool. Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy officially introduced Darth Jar Jar to the Lego Star Wars universe, and also Lego Star Wars turns 25 years old as of this past year. So that was pretty neat. The Ghost Crew celebrated the 10th anniversary of Star Wars Rebels. I can't believe that's actually been 10 years, but we talked about that like 2 months ago when that show had celebrated their 10-year anniversary. Earlier this week, we had a 25th anniversary for the Phantom Menace, which came back to the movie theaters. I know I went. I know you went, and a lot of people went. So
I can't see who you're pointing at.
yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter. Okay, Star Wars Outlaws launched this past summer, and they have been fixing that game, and that's all that matters. And that's cool. I appreciate all the work. We had another game, Star Wars Hunters, launched officially, finally, after years of being in beta across multiple countries. That came to mobile devices and Switch. And I think at some point they're launching that on PC next year, is what I'm led to believe. We also had Ahsoka, The Mandalorian, and Cassian Andor join Star Tours at Disney Parks. So that was a really big update for that ride. Music by John Williams is a documentary that I have not seen, but it dropped on Disney Plus this year as well. And the High Republic initiative comes to a close with Phase 3. Star Wars and Darth Vader both ended their historic 50-issue runs. That's the more recent issues that started coming out in 2019 or whatever that was, and brought us the conclusion of events that happens between episode 5 and 6, whereas the High Republic is ending off on its third phase. And that is everything that happened in a nutshell this past year. So I'm just going to go around, and as we wrap things up, maybe you can just kind of spitball a highlight or two from that list that you are like, have a good memory around. So we'll start with Dan.
So just highlighting what we liked from that list that came out this year.
Yeah, just like anything on that anything in the past year, even if it's something I didn't mention. But yeah, what was a Star Wars highlight for you this past year?
Really enjoying Skeleton Crew. So that's been like a big highlight. And even though it had a rough start, I'm starting to enjoy Outlaws. Like some of the fixes they've added has made it a better game. So I think those two are probably at the top of my list.
Awesome, cool, thank you, sir. Matt, what was a Star Wars highlight for you?
Let's say Bad Batch for sure, and Tales of the Jedi was awesome because Filoni actually kind of got back in there because he was saying at the celebration that he saw what was happening on Bad Batch and the team, and he was like missing animation and being part of this team, so like he was able to do those, and I thought those were pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was special.
But yeah, Bad Batch, I love Bad Batch. I'm a huge Bad Batch fan.
Awesome. Oh man, well you got to go back and listen to our after shows, I guess, or we'll do a rewatch with you at some point. Yeah.
Got it.
All right, Kirk, what's your highlight?
I think I'm going to go something fairly recent, just because the rest of this year I haven't had a chance to play the games, and Bad Batch I still, even though I was on every single episode aside from the last one, I still have not finished the show yet, the last season.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go with Skeleton Crew. I really enjoyed. I'm enjoying Skeleton Crew so far. The Acolyte obviously wasn't quite my cup of tea. And I'm trying to think of anything else that I had a chance to play or watch, but I think that was my highlight, an ongoing highlight for this year.
Very nice. All right, awesome. Thank you, sir. Shawna, what was a highlight for you?
I think the Bad Batch was my highlight for this year as well. I mean, Tales of the Sith were really well done as well. And maybe just like to tie off the end of this year, I got the Lego Star Wars video game, like the Star Wars saga, for free. So now I've got that to look forward to for next year. I started it, but now I'm gonna have to continue it into next year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Reid, what about you? What was a highlight?
As painful a start as it had, Outlaws, I guess. I was just happy to have another Star Wars games.
Yeah, you've been really into the games. Yeah, we've had a lot of chats about the games, actually. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, not
Awesome.
as good as the Cal Kestis games.
Yeah, definitely not.
Not even close.
Yeah.
It's a Star Wars game.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah, cool. That's my thoughts on it too. Awesome, thank you, Blake. What was it? What was your highlight?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Bad Batch as well, just because I felt like the previous season before this one was kind of lackluster.
Yeah,
and I was really kind of losing interest in it. And this season, I felt like almost every episode was very interesting, and I really wanted to know a lot of the transitionary period between the clones and the regular stormtroopers, and what was going on with the cloning facility and stuff. And
I remember
the involvement of the commando trooper, the Republic Commandos.
Yeah, that's right. I remember when we were going through that show, it was just like, I know we were at times quite critical of like certain story arcs or certain episodes, like Pabu's, that one episode that I can never get over because of how bad it was.
No, it is ingrained in my memory.
Yeah, but at the same time, like,
that's true.
But at the same time though, like, it was such a cool time period to see an animated series take place, and I think like we were hoping there would be a little more out of that show as far as like exploring the era outside of this like Clone Force 99 group, but it ended up being a pretty fun show in the end. And
if I were to complain, it would be that they should have had some spin-off episodes around Rex, and they never did. That was like the biggest letdown.
Right, that would have been awesome. Yeah, I was expecting. Yeah, I wanted to see more to Rex.
Yeah. I think at some point we should have another chat about Bad Batch in retrospective, and we'll get Matt on for that.
Hopefully, Matt, you probably agree with this too. Hopefully, they'll do like a same idea as the Tales of the Jedi, but something like that. Maybe we'll finally get what happened to Rex, because I think it's still unknown, right?
Yeah, there's a lot that they haven't said. Between Bad Batch and Rebels, a lot of untold story there. So. All right, yeah. So my highlight, I really enjoyed Tales of the Empire. That for me was quite special, because ever since the days of Clone Wars being canceled, which has been over 10 years now, there was a story arc. Still feels like yesterday. Still fresh. The wound is still fresh. But the story arc where Barriss frames her friend Ahsoka for this bombing at the Jedi Temple, we never really found out what happened to her, and I think for a long time we all had theories about her joining the Inquisitorius, and it was just really cool to get a story arc which kind of confirmed that in a way. And then with interesting characters like Morgan Elsbeth showing up, it was neat to get a bit of a prequel backstory for her character as well in animated format. And that was kind of neat. I did very much enjoy seeing the Phantom Menace in a movie theater. I gotta say, I mean, like, I was never there at the first screenings for that movie, so it was cool to see, and just think it's celebrating its 25th anniversary. It makes me feel old. Like my neighbor friend kids were like, they all had those like Phantom Menace like animatronic action figures that fought each other. The Jar Jar one and the Darth Vader and the Qui-Gon and the Obi-Wan.
I still remember the plastic masks.
Yeah, the plastic masks.
With the elastic band at the back, so you could dress up like Queen Amidala.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think those are some highlights that I'll stick in my mind for just trying to make it diverse here as far as. But yeah, I think those were some good ones. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. So, before we wrap up, I guess big thank you to our audience for, sticking with us and tuning into all these episodes over the last couple of years. If you've been with us since the beginning, just so you know, we passed 350 episodes this past year. Only a few weeks ago, this episode is, I think it should be number 353 and, coming on to 354 in the new year. So yeah, well done, and big thank you to everyone coming on all the time. This would obviously not happen without each and every one of you coming on each week, and it's been an awesome hobby to have, and so big thank you to all of you guys, all of my friends, and all of our audience for tuning in. It just makes it all that much more special, and I believe, Kirk, you have a creative sign off for us as usual. So we'll get yours, and then we'll get Blake's thing. But yeah, why don't you go ahead and what do you have for us?
Oh, absolutely. Well, as per usual, if you are trying to find me after this podcast ends and you want to have a chat, you can, of course, find me sipping on a sweet Sarlacc shake at Supreme Snoke Slushy Store, situated on Scariff, where I sit side by side with my skeleton squad, including Sabine, Satine, Cypher Diaz, and pod racing superstar, Zabulba.
Oh, legendary. What a way to end off the year. Nice. Okay. Thank you, sir.
I gotta travel more.
All right, as usual.
Well, actually, I'm just gonna change it up slightly because we didn't mention the really important quote from the episode of Skeleton Crew. Your focus determines your reality, which is what Qui-Gon said.
Oh.
We didn't talk about that.
We didn't. But thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah.
So the sign off for today.
I thought that at least start off with that.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one.
See you out there. Keep flying.
All right. Big thank you to our audience once again. We look forward to seeing you in the new year. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel with the handle at SW Escape Podcast. Links for all that stuff is in the description below. And go follow the Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Blue Sky, that's a new thing. New kid on the block. But we want to hear your opinions. How well did you do at Ultimate Star Wars Trivia? So let us know at swescapepodcast@gmail.com. We'll see you in the new year, and may the Force be with you.